A motorcycle is not just a motorcycle. It is a brand. It represents history. Its mechanical soul lives by the soundness of its reliability and its two-wheel robustness. Its heart beats by the dealership and the people that make ownership a complete experience. A brand is as good as the company allows it to be. Dealers are the touch point of any motorcycle brand. A brand will live and die by its dealership network. Dealers that put people first and go the extra mile not only serve as destinations themselves, but ensure the legacy of a brand and keep motorcycling amazing for all of us.
So now we got 1901, 1902, and we'll let those who worry about 1903 worry about 1903. So.
Oh! Alright, I'm in Maverick Motorsports. We'll go take a look at some of the bikes and just take a look around. It's pretty awesome in here. Very well organized. They tell me they sell Yamaha, Triumph, 100 Motorsports, like the Jeep looking things, and Royal Enfield, of course. So we'll take a look at some of the different bikes and around the store here. Take a look at the service department, and yeah, pretty exciting. He said they can't keep Royal Enfields in, and I don't doubt it. I hear that from all the dealers I've been talking to. They got one that I'm drooling over. Yes, yes, yes. They got the Trials. I'll go take a look at that one. Okay, so you were
Mike. I'm in the admin part department.
Awesome, very cool. So again, I just rode Maryland to Montana here. Hopefully we'll get my bike looked at.
Okay.
Kind of took a little bit of a fall. And,
no, are you okay?
And, oh yeah, kind of hit the dirt going like 45 miles an hour.
Jeez.
Yeah, I did some pretty nasty stuff, but the Himalayan came through really good and kind of saved my bacon. So
we've sold a lot of those bikes this year. Those are very reliable bikes.
Absolutely, and it's built like a tank, and you'll see what was happening.
Take a look at your bike and get it in for service.
Oh, sounds good. And if I could, I'd love to, you know, talk to folks inside.
Let me see what I can do for you.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
A few minutes.
Thanks. I just heard you just said they sold out of most Royal Enfields. Every dealer across the country is saying the same thing.
Craig.
There's Craig. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to Craig here a second. Craig, nice to meet you. I'll do this thing.
Yes.
How are we doing?
Good.
And I got your permission to video you?
Yes.
All right. Very cool. How are you?
Doing good. How's the trip going?
The trip's been pretty amazing. I happened to take a little bit of a fall.
Uh-oh.
So I was hoping we could take a look at it and see what we could do. So are you from Missoula, or where are you from?
I've lived in Missoula since '83, so I'm pretty much from here.
That counts. Yeah. Very cool.
Been in Montana my whole life, but before here.
Really? I'm going to Butte. Do you know why?
No. It's been a while.
There's a holy grail site for motorcycling that I'm going to go see. I'm going to...
Oh!
Holy grail site.
Okay, yes. Yes, I forget. When I was little, I lived down the road. When I was 5, I paid 25 cents to watch. 25 cents well spent.
I bet, absolutely. That's awesome. Yep. So that's going to be one of my final destination trips. What else do you recommend visiting Missoula?
So there's great riding up Blue Mountain Road.
Okay.
For off-road type riding.
Right.
For twisty-turny type riding.
Right.
There is Highway 12.
Okay.
Which is, again, down reserve, out towards the Bitterroot.
Okay.
When you get to the end of Lolo, you'll go up Highway 12.
Okay, great.
That is a fun ride. Plan on doing it more than once.
All right, I'm going to switch gears real quickly. We talked about Royal Enfields a little bit.
Yep.
You said you've seen a lot of customization on the GTs, which is very cool. Interesting things that you've noticed with the types of riders that come in, or is it just across the spectrum on the types of riders that you see for Royal Enfield?
What I've noticed is people that we thought were diehard for other brands,
right,
now are also riding Royal Enfields. And they may still have their Triumph,
right,
but they also have a Himalayan. Yes, they hit it right on the head. They've opened up people, and even people that have less confidence can't ride the big 1200, so don't want to.
Yep.
This is the perfect bike for them.
Well, they said I could video some of the footage inside, so I'm going to go do that. I'm sure you got a little work to do to try to process that. And, we'll talk a little bit more.
We'll get it started.
Thanks.
All right.
All right, so what brands do you guys sell here?
Yeah, we sell Royal Enfield, we do Triumphs, Yamahas, we have CF Moto and Mahindra side-by-sides, new KOs, we've got quite a few things that we sell here, but yeah.
Cool. And how have the Royal Enfields been selling?
We've been selling out of the Himalayas as fast as we can possibly order them.
Right.
The other ones are pretty steady.
Cool. And so what do you ride again?
I ride a Triumph Street Triple RS.
Okay, okay. Have you been able to ride any of the Royal Enfields?
I have, yeah.
What's been your favorite?
I really like the Continental. I'm a sport bike guy.
Okay.
Myself, so I really like that Continental. It kind of spoke to me.
Yeah. For sure.
A lot better than I thought it was going to be even too. It's very smooth.
It's a super smooth bike, the light clutch, right?
Yep, absolutely.
And
power transition's awesome. Yeah.
And for it doesn't have the 100 horsepower, but it scoots for what it is, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Bang for the buck wise, that thing's pretty untouchable in the industry today. So
absolutely,
very impressed with it.
Absolutely.
Sure.
All right, well, I appreciate your time. I thank you so much.
Of course, man.
Cool. So you work in the parts department, I'm assuming?
I do.
And what was your name?
Jason.
Jason, okay, very cool. I'm Andy, I own that, and I'm taking a look at some of the different Royal Enfield stuff here. How many Royal Enfield accessory parts have you been selling?
Decent amount.
Okay.
A lot of engine guards, bark busters to bags.
Yeah.
But for the most part, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
But we did sell a ton of Himalayan.
So I've heard.
The 650 parallel twins went really well.
Right. Okay, good. And looks like most of the inventory sold. We'll put it that way, right? I know. I'm drooling over that. That's. But this one is just gorgeous. I love the. I think they nailed it. And I just took my Himalayan from Maryland to Montana.
Okay, nice.
And I got 5 other motorcycles. So. But yeah.
That's part of it.
Very cool. All right. Well, thank you. Enfield Continental GT. Looks like we got custom exhaust. Let's hear it.
Sounds like a
Let's hear it. Oh! Wow. Very cool. Thank you. All right, we got one more Royal Enfield here, it looks like. Interceptor 650 in silver. And man, actually, I really dig this bike. If there was going to be one that I would consider, it'd either be the Trials, but I already have a Bullet. So I think I'd have to dig on the Interceptor 650, and this silver is just nice. This or orange or maybe black, but I think the silver is just classic. Yeah, good deal. Guys, Brent, the owner of Maverick Motorsports, says, hey, while we're working on your bike, pick any bike you want, go riding a little bit. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I want that modified Continental GT. He's like, okay. He's like, hey, there's Highway 12. Why don't you? It's really curvy, twisty. Go ride it. I'm like, absolutely. I'm gonna go to Idaho, so I'm gonna make another state today. So let's go check this Continental GT out. See how it performs, and let's go for a little spin. Awesome. Look at this. Here we go. Hey everybody, I'm in Idaho with the Ice Queen Continental GT. Yeah. All right, good morning everybody. It's Andy from motoscades&coffee. I'm in Missoula, Montana still this morning. I'm at Morning Bird's Bakery. I'm gonna get some goodies and get a little snack in, and then we'll have our plan for the day. All right, as I'm eating, I'm gonna let you know. So I made it to Missoula, as most of everybody knows. Made to Maverick Motorsports, and they did my oil change, and immediately after they did my oil change, my engine started making a very horrible rattling noise. It sounded like metal clanking, only when I flipped the throttle very low RPM, and when it got warm it didn't make that noise anymore. They pulled my plug and it was very, very white, meaning it was running lean. Even though they checked the valves were an adjustment. So scratching their heads, I thought it might be an issue. It wasn't burning oil, wasn't using oil. and called the technicians there, spoke with the Royal Enfield technicians as well, the national ones, and they said that it might be a head gasket. And sure enough, we looked, and you can see the head gasket had blown out, and luckily they had a head gasket in stock. So Maverick Motorsports was awesome. Their tech stayed probably total of like 7 extra hours working on my motorcycle, just doing great. I'm gonna thank JJ. He was a big help there. And Josh, Craig, they all did great. So they got my motorcycle up and running. I finished enjoying these pastries and croissants, and then we'll head out for the day. Hey everybody, it's Andy. I'm here with Brent, the owner of Maverick Motorsports.
How's it going?
Yeah, and so we're going to just chit-chat a little bit. We'll talk about the different bikes he sells here, and then we'll talk a little more specifically about Royal Enfield. But first off, again, thank you for having me come here, and we'll talk a little bit about the adventure that I had with my Himalayan.
A little bit of adventure.
right. And
that Himalayan to the real test.
Absolutely, to the real test. I'm going to take my glass off for this. So, first off, how long have you been in business here, and what kind of brands do you sell?
We started January 2014. We started off as Triumph, Suzuki, and Yamaha.
Okay.
We've expanded a little bit since then. No longer a Suzuki dealer, and but have always been excited about the Triumph 1902. And so, literally from the beginning, we actually were looking at Royal Enfield.
Cool.
When they went through a couple of their changes they made a couple of years ago, we were right on it. And so it actually came down to a little bit of a contest, a little bit of a battle in the state, because Montana, we're a big state, but not a huge population base.
Right.
And so there was 2 of us with our names in the hat real hardcore.
Oh, very cool.
And so we were pretty excited that we were victorious. We got the brand. So now we got 1901, 1902, and we'll let those who worry about 1903 worry about 1903. So that's not a road we're going down. So.
Gotcha. All right. So and so you talked about the brands. Let's switch specifically to Royal Enfield. So you've had them for a while, and what are your strongest sellers that you've had for Royal Enfield?
Well, the Himalayan, by far. I mean, we've been seeing continuous growth. We've sold a lot of the classics. This new Trial, which was, of course, a limited edition and is sold, was a phenomenal, cool little machine that they came out with. We've done well with the classics over the last 2 years. Okay. Of course, there's some changes in that lineup. The Himalayan, the only reason I have a Himalayan is I just took one back in on trade because we've sold out, put in our order for more, and just like every other dealer across the country, we just can't get our hands on them right now.
Gotcha.
Partly because of COVID reasons, but the Himalayan's just dominated. I mean, people can't believe, bang for the buck, it's
fantastic.
Well, yeah, right? I mean, you can't complain. You're the one driving, putting all the
miles
on.
Right. What about the new 650 twins, the Continental GT and the Interceptor?
Yeah, everyone loves the look of the Continental. It definitely seems to be growing. I mean, when you look at the when you see the specs against some of its competitors, I mean, bang for the buck. Holy cow, you just cannot beat it.
Right.
But the Interceptor, you can see I don't have any Interceptors here. The Interceptor's definitely still selling. People like that standard. Fantastic thing that I like about them, I mean, is, we put an LED light on this, put the bar and mirrors, did some cool stuff. I mean, for thousands less than its closest competitor, you can sink a lot of money into doing a lot of customizing. And
you guys did a great job.
How you like Montana?
Montana's been awesome myself.
Good place to break down in?
Good place to break down in Missoula. I did a lot of riding up in Bitterroot Wildlife Preserve. And then came down here, and I've been in Missoula for a few days while my Himalayan was getting worked on. We were going to go riding together. He grabbed me. He's like, we're going to go ride.
I was pumped, brought over all my gear and everything.
Right.
But,
we'll have to make it trip number 2, right? Absolutely.
Number 2.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate your time, and thank you for letting me take a look at the store and treating me so well. So good luck on everything here, and thanks for showing me around.
You bet. Thanks for coming to Missoula, Annie. I hope you bring a lot of other people. All you Royal Enfield people, we're right here, right off the I-90. Love the brand, and we'd love to see you when you come through.
Sounds good. Thanks.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.